So I grew up in a Christian family, which means that I went to church on a regular basis, and I memorized verses and said the right things, and I raised my hand and prayed the right prayers, and overall I lived a good Christian life. But there was never this light bulb that really went off until 2006. One of the things that impacted me most was a gentleman that walked in my office and said, "Hey, I want to help you build your business. I've helped build Quiznos. I've helped build a company called Crocs." This gentleman was worth about $400–500 million. So who am I to turn him away? So I said, "Sure, come alongside me and lead me, guide me, mentor me, teach me what you know." And so he did. He invested in my company and led, mentored me. And on July 25th of 2006, I was really struggling with how to balance life. How do I be a father? How do I be a husband? How do I balance my spiritual life and on a daily basis be in Scripture, or what does it even mean? And at my board meeting, I asked my board, give me some advice, and his response was, run harder and faster. 2 days later, he dies of heart arrhythmia at the age of 36. For me, this was a turning point of recognizing, all right, what legacy am I leaving behind? What really turned that light bulb on for me was when I was mentored by an individual that really taught me about what the gospel is. And in all honesty, I grew up in the church, and I couldn't tell you for the life of me what the gospel was. Is it Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? Well, those are the gospels. Is simply Jesus died for my sins? Well, it's bigger than that. It's broader than that. And historically, my vision was always the gospel is a doorway that we walk through for salvation, and that's it. And we no longer have to know the gospel. And what I learned was the gospel is something I need to bathe in every day as a believer. And when I did that, a light bulb went off for me, and it changed just day to day. What I want to do is invite you guys to participate in understanding the gospel and how it applies to everyday life, and not just this doorway to salvation, but everything we do all day, whether we're at work, whether we're at the grocery store, the mall, with our kids, whether it's at the dinner table. I'd love to spend the next 12 weeks stepping through this gospel with you guys, learning what everyday gospel is and how it applies to every aspect of our lives. Again, making sure we don't treat the gospel as a doorway that we walk through, but integrating it into everything we do all day long.